Right. Hey guys, thank you for joining me on my humble channel. So, how's it going, guys?
It's going good. A little bit chaotic, but it's good. Good enough.
Hmm. Yeah, I see you're in the car, so yeah, I'm guessing you're like busy running around.
I'm between places a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, all right. How about you, Paavo? Hope I'm
I'm
pronouncing
good.
your name. Correct me if I'm wrong or mispronouncing anything.
Yeah, Paavo is the right way to say it. So yeah, I'm good. Thanks.
All right, nice to hear that. So, first of all, congrats on your new EP from Before the Dawn, Archaic Flame. Love the songs on it, and also the comeback album as well, Stormbringers. It's a great album. So, can you tell me, like, Tuomas? I know you've been busy like with Wolfheart and lately like with Dawn of Solace as well. So, what made you like change your mind to like restart some of these projects, and mainly like Before the Dawn a few years back? Like I know you disbanded these projects back in the day to focus on one band. So
Yeah.
what reignited this actually for you?
Yeah, that decision didn't get old very well, but Dawn of Solace was a different thing. Dawn of Solace I had to bury. It wasn't my call because it was fucked up by the label. And the label basically buried the band 2007 already. And like 2015 or 16, I finally got the rights back. I was able to do music with the band again. So that was a different story. With Before the Dawn, yeah, the whole decision to stop the band was meant to last forever. And
Yeah,
we did some like special festival shows with the lineup that we did the Deadlight album,
yeah,
but we never even talked about doing new music or anything. And then we did the double vinyl edition of the Deadlight, and we wanted to write one song for the fans that was not supposed to be a new song for the band's future in any way.
yeah.
And released the vinyl, and all was good. And then Paavo went to Force of Finland, and he did that song, and that things like
Yeah, yeah. I was just about to ask you that, like, how this collaboration actually came to be. I believe you probably saw him do perform that song live, right, Paolo? So I'm guessing that's how the contact started.
yeah. And I don't watch TV that much anyway.
Mm.
Definitely, I don't like the format of Voice of Finland or Idols or anything with the huge music business machinery, kind of like
Yeah,
trying to rip off people as much as they can. So I didn't watch the show myself, but Juho called me in the middle of the evening, like, turn on TV, somebody's doing that song in TV. And
yeah,
yeah, that's how it all started. And that's like snowball effect. I would call it a snowball effect. One thing led to another, but that was the one clear starting point. Without that, we would have never been talking about the new album or any kind of comeback or doing new songs or anything. So
oh, nice, cool. So, Paolo, how did you feel about that when the band contacted you to maybe like record with them?
It was crazy. I've been listening to them for many years since I was a teenager, and first I couldn't believe it, but of course, like I don't like to think about things too much. I just want to see what's gonna happen, and
Yeah,
yeah, I'm glad I said yes, and yeah, here we are.
yeah, yeah, it definitely worked out. So yeah, that's great to hear. Yeah, I love the new album. So yeah,
I can actually tell it's not too long of a story. Like it, even when I heard Papa doing that song, me and Juho were calling quite many times. Like just talking about the song and talking about the old times and how cool it was to see the song in TV, just in general. Not to mention how well Paavo performed the song. And
yeah,
I started sending Paavo some messages through Instagram, I think, and like cheering him up with the contest. And then I had this idea that because his voice did such a good job and he's singing with the Dead song, that maybe I could have some songs that could fit his vocals. And I didn't think about Before the Dawn at that point, and we didn't talk about any future plans with Juho. We were just like, it's super cool to have the song in TV. This way, can
then
you believe it happened? And then I wrote a song that ended up being the song called Downhearted. Was the first song that we released with the new Before the Dawn. And my idea was that could work for Paavo's solo career or some kind of new project, or we like something new, something completely new. Yeah, we did the song. I was driving home from the studio. I was listening to the mix. I was like, then it hit me like, fuck, this sounds like Before the Dawn. During that car drive, I phoned everybody that were connected to the band back in the days, the sound guys, the studio guys, Juho, Pyry, everybody. Check the song. Tell me if I'm crazy or not, or does it sound like something that actually could actually happen? And then everybody was like, yeah, it sounds, it was just like a green light from every direction, and it's just,
the stars aligned and everything was A-okay,
that's a good way to put it, because there was no plan, and suddenly it was the whole plan. So it's just...
Yeah, that's how it starts. I mean, spontaneous thing is the best thing ever, like when something just happens and it's magical. So I can definitely relate to that. And Paavo, when we wrote to each other like on Instagram, you actually mentioned that you wrote the vocals for the album and EP, right? Did you also like write the lyrics, or is that still like your thing, Tuomas, or how does that go?
Well, Tuomas is doing the lyrics, but I'm doing the vocal arrangements. So how I use my voice, and then we just like combine everything together, and in the studio.
And I also like when I listen to the I believe you have like a live song on the new EP. I forgot which song was there, but you also sound great live for the older songs as well. So I'm glad that you like fit the band really well with the sound and everything. And what about the future? Do you like see maybe switching the roles? Are you going to maybe write lyrics for Before the Dawn, or is it still going to stay with you like Tuomas? Is that like your thing, or are you open to have other people contribute to that?
I would be totally open for other people's to. I'm just finishing the new Wolfheart album, and I'm starting the recordings of Dawn of Solace album. So I'm starting to like almost run out of ideas what to write the lyrics about. It means like I'm writing verse and lyrics for approximately 2 albums a year. So I wouldn't mind. I have very narrow like a source of inspiration for lyrics, and I'm just not running out of ideas, but I'm running out of ways to describe and write about those ideas. So I wouldn't be against it at all.
I mean, like when I look at your like back catalog with all the projects, I mean, you wrote so many lyrics, so I get like where you're coming from. Like to have someone else maybe step in to take over that role, it would like ease up a little bit for you, right? Yeah, and also, you did like a great cover of Placebo's "Bitter End" back in the day with Before the Dawn, and I heard this new cover song on the EP, "Run to You" from Bryan Adams. So, whose ideas was to cover that song? Who's the fan of Bryan Adams in the band?
It's that would be me. I just always thought that that song is great, but it needs a metal cover, and I like doing covers, and I have a lot of lists that I would like to do as covers someday with some band, and we were just throwing the ideas to the group chat, and Tuomas liked the idea of Run to You, so
nice. So can we maybe like expect some cover EP or something like that from any band?
No, maybe I would rather write new music next. I do like the idea of doing covers, but I'm so much into writing new stuff and just creating something new that it kind of like doing a full release of cover songs would just, I would feel it would take my energy with the studio work and everything, and I wouldn't be able to bring anything new. So it's I don't know. If there would be like a double release, like new album, and there would be like a double vinyl with the covers on the B side, that would be cool.
Definitely.
I would like to have new music connected to every release.
I mean, I get that. Like you want to express yourself instead of like doing other people's songs, right? So I get that. And also, like, are there any plans to revive any other of your projects? I personally, I love Black Sun Aeon. So is that maybe still like going to happen, or or is that like also like had issues with the record labels and things like that, or do you like cover that sound basically in your other bands maybe?
That's a good leading up question, because the next Dawn of Solace album is going to be pretty much what the Black Sun Ian would be nowadays. So there is no room for Black Sun Ian anymore. It already has Mikko doing vocals. He did all the Black Sun Ian albums. And on the next album, it's going to be a little bit heavier, going to have some growling vocals too. So that's going to be pretty identical that Black Sun Ian used to be. So, and that would be too much. That just wouldn't make any sense anymore.
I mean, yeah, I get that, but yeah, definitely what you're doing now with like Dawn of Solace, it's really great. So if you're like switching up from mainly like clean vocals, which you did like on the past two albums, to switch up to like come back to those growls which you had on the first album, so yeah, that makes a lot of sense to like not restart Black Sun Aeon. So yeah, that's definitely cool. And is there like, I know you just released EP with Before the Dawn, so is there like any new music coming from that band in the near future, or maybe like a headlining tour for Before the Dawn or something like that?
Are we going to do festivals in the summer? There hasn't been any talk with the label or with the guys about the next album, but then again, the EP just came out like 2 weeks ago, or 1 week, I don't even, it's been hectic days, so it came
think it's like 1
came out
week
some days ago. And so it's I haven't started writing new music yet, but definitely there will not be any longer breaks anymore. But Juho is also gonna start doing some new stuff with Follow the Sun, and they're gonna start touring soon again, so we need to like look at the schedules a little bit, but as soon as it's possible and makes sense, we're gonna come back, come with the next album, and then we're gonna do more touring with Before the Dawn.
Yeah, nice. Like keep the ball rolling, right? Since you are already in this place. Yeah, and also, so you did a tour like Wolfhard and Before the Dawn, like sometimes later last year, I believe. I wanted to check you out in Vienna, but I couldn't make it. So is it like hard to do like perform with two bands on the same tour, or is it like easygoing since you don't do like since you don't play like same instruments in these bands live?
It was pretty easy since I was able to switch the instrument. It would be easy if you don't get sick on a tour. If you get sick like I did, then it comes, like playing while you're sick is not the biggest challenge, because you get the adrenaline and everything. So, and you there's a lot of medication you can take. You can perform like 1 or 2 hours feeling really shitty, but the rest of the time it's really horrible. And I didn't like the stress at all, because like I was calculating when I was lying in my bunk. I was calculating like if we can play tomorrow and the day after and maybe one or 2 days more, we're gonna lose so much money because of me, because it means canceling both shows. So I'm gonna fuck
which you don't
the whole
want to do.
tour. I'm gonna fuck everything for everybody on the tour. So I need to feel better tomorrow, and that's not the best idea in your head when you're sick. But otherwise, I would never do a tour as a vocalist for 2 shows or as a drummer for 2 shows, but this was different, and luckily it was this way around, so I can end end with the Wolfhard, because that's way more easier, the guitar and the vocals and the drumming.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. All right, and Paavo, I also noticed that you have other bands and projects as well. So can you tell me more about that? I believe you have a band called Defiled Serenity, and if I'm not mistaken, you finished recording the debut album for that band. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, so we finished recording the debut album, and now it's being mixed, and yeah, it's gonna come out this year. No, I don't have the exact date yet, but yeah, and after the release, we're gonna start touring, and yeah, keep like put that band finally on the road. So I'm really
Nice.
excited about that because that's kind of like my baby. I've written all the songs on the album and all the lyrics and
Oh,
everything.
cool.
So I can't wait for people to hear it.
Yeah. So when can we like expect the first single from that album?
It's hard to say. Maybe end of summer, something like that.
So it's not that far away. So
No.
so yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to hearing something from that. And also, who's in that band? I didn't like to check out who are you like working with.
Well, there's like my longtime friends from other bands because I have cover band and like one guy is from that and also from other like friend bands. I gathered a bunch of people that I know that I can trust and I know that are talented people and yeah I feel like the making of the album was really easy and everybody has the clear vision about what we want to achieve and yeah I'm really happy about the people that I'm working with.
It's nice to be like in a comfortable environment with, as you said, like people you know and love. So that's great to hear. And I believe you also have another band, Kuso. I believe, correct me if I'm mispronouncing the name. Is that like I believe like a black metal band or something a little bit different, right?
Yeah, that's a black metal band, and I'm the guitar player in that band. Uh, we have been recording our next EP also, but we don't have the exact date for that release either. But yeah, I'm doing that every once in a while I find the time and so. But it's fun to do that because you can I can paint the corpse paints and play guitar, so that's fun as well.
Yeah, little Halloween show with a black metal thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And you also mentioned you have like a cover band, right? Guitarist or somebody from that band plays with Defiled Serenity, right? So what covers do you play? So we a little bit touched upon a little bit on that subject with Before the Dawn, but I see you are doing actually that thing with another band, right?
Yeah, the band is called Poponyet, and we play like 80s hair metal and
No.
well we have done a couple of pop songs and turned them to like a metal songs, but it's like party music and easy going and we're having a lot of fun with a group of friends, so that's also like really different from everything else.
Yeah,
So
definitely. Like from melodic death metal, black metal, and to cover 80s songs. Yeah, so that's definitely something different. Yeah, so also, Tuomas, congrats on the Wolfheart tour with Dark Tranquility again. I believe you toured with them already in the US, right? So does that mean like, I believe you already mentioned, but I am guessing that we can expect a new Wolfheart album this year, right?
No, it would make a lot of sense, but I'm not allowed to like say any more information about the new album. But yeah, if you put one and one together, it would make a sense to have the album out before the European tour. So
yeah, definitely. Because when I saw the lineup, I was like, okay, we're cooking up something here. So it's definitely lining up to. I mean, it's been a while since you released something with Wolfheart, so I was expecting to see something from that and here, of course, because I know you're a busy guy, you're always working on something, so I thought it was about time to see and hear something from Wolfheart again. So yeah, I'm hoping that I'll catch you like live on this tour. I'm thinking about going to Vienna when you come here with the band, so hopefully we will meet there again. We actually met a couple of times, I don't know if you remember, on a few shows here in Vienna and Bratislava as well. We even took a picture, so hopefully we will.
When was I in Bratislava? Which store was that? Do you remember?
Let me think. It was a couple years back, I believe. I'm trying to think like with which bands you were here. I'm kind of blanking out there. I'm thinking if you were touring with Blood Red Hourglass, and I'm trying to think who else was. I'm really struggling with this one. It's been a
Well,
while, but yeah, I don't know if you remember.
because I don't remember even being in Bratislava, which is not a. I don't remember things that well anyway. I just
Yeah,
turned 44, so my brain cells are like in daily basis. I remember less and less, so that's just how the age
yeah,
works.
yeah. It
But
was a smaller club. It's called Randall here in Bratislava. Most of the bands play there, so I don't know if you remember that. Maybe it'll come to you. But I do remember meeting like I believe 2 times in Vienna. One time you were in with Insomnium, and the other time I believe with Omnium Gathering, if I'm not mistaken. Both of
okay,
the time,
yeah.
yeah. So
I
we met a
will
couple of
remember the
times.
next time when we take the picture in November.
Yeah, yeah,
I-
definitely, definitely.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and hopefully, guys, so when you tour with Before the Dawn again, hopefully Paavo will meet you as well, so we can take a picture as well. So it's kind of
Yeah,
becoming a tradition. All right. Okay, guys. So do you have anything else for the fans? Anything you want to share?
Check the new EP, and for the next album, you don't need to wait another 10 years. That I promise. It's gonna come a lot sooner.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Paavo, what about you?
yeah. I just wish the people find our music and like it and come to the shows and also check out the other bands that we have and yeah, see you at the
Definitely, yeah.
show.
You have a lot of cool projects, both of you. So hopefully, people will notice that and pay more attention to them because they are really, really great. So yeah, looking forward to all of these upcoming releases, tours, and everything, guys. So I won't be bothering you anymore. Thank you for taking the time of your day to meet up with me. I really appreciate it. As a fan of both of your bands projects, I really, really appreciate it. So yeah, hope I'll meet you again somewhere on tour. So, guys, thank you again, and you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Hopefully, it won't be so
Thank
much
you.
chaotic.
Likewise.
All right. Thank you,
Yep.
guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Cheers.